Yeah.
Mike did not.
You got some serious street credit.
No,
You went to
no,
jail.
people don't live from that.
I am
You're like,
famous.
you know what, man? I'm that guy who fucking fell on his
He
head.
doesn't
You're like,
stutter,
bitch, and
he
jumped
doesn't
on my
have
head.
anything
You're
I'll
pattern,
smash you right in the face
No,
with this
he
thing.
had-
What?
Look how you
You're
feel.
famous because of that.
I can't believe that. I didn't know my own fame.
They don't know your name, but they know the story. It's definitely you.
Jesus, like, I'm famous.
The story's out there.
You ever go to jail, man? All you gotta do is be like, get the fuck out of my way, I'm gonna headbutt you. I'm
Even,
that guy who jumped
even
off the
people in
railing.
prison that were in there with Mike were talking about me.
That's
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
goes to show what I was talking about.
So what I did is something that like never happens.
No.
Oh, what, Jason?
I think the only guy I ever heard of who did it, like, died. though.
Lived.
Mike said he was in a facility where a guy did it and he died.
Whoa, yeah.
He
Greg
said it was
Wozniak
he
brought me
said
a
when he-
newspaper
when he first
clipping.
got put in the system and they were moving him around. He said they
You
stopped
had
him.
that newspaper clipping hanging
They stopped
in
him
your room.
at
That's
some
where I seen it.
facility on the
Yeah,
way
that's-
out west, and they
50-year-old
said,
guy or
they
something
put
like
this
that.
guy-
Greg brought that to my attention like a few weeks after I did it, and he's like, "Look at this! Someone did the same thing you did, and they
I
died."
mean, but like, as a
And I
personal
was like,
question, were
I
you
think you're
trying to
famous
kill
'cause you
yourself?
lived.
Like, were you
Like,
really
they-
trying to kill
yeah,
yourself,
yeah,
or were
the
you
dude,
just like
did that
hoping
live.
you would make
Looking
it?
at some fucking time.
Yeah, that's
Like,
just.
were you like, oh God,
Wasn't
I
that
hope I
ultimately
don't
you were cutting
die,
off
or
the
were
hook?
you like expecting to
I was totally expecting to die.
to die? Okay,
No, but
you
isn't
were
that
not
ultimately
expecting
what
to
got you off the
live.
hook?
Yeah, that is.
Yes,
It's a good thing I did that.
You could still be locked
that's
up.
insane.
I would have gone to prison for 24 years if I didn't do that.
Oh my God.
Rob said 5 years later,
Talk
it
about
would have
rolling
only
the
been a
dice,
4-year
dude.
sentence.
Huh?
Rob said that if you would have gotten caught like 4 years later, it would have only been like a 4-year sentence you're looking at.
Yeah, that really proves to be what a joke it is. To like,
Oh
it
my
depends
God.
on when you get caught for like how long you go,
No
because they're
shit,
just
it's fucking
changing the
sucks.
laws. Like,
Yeah, the laws are constantly changing.
but yeah, it was. I had
How
a
about my thing in Nebraska where I got fucking...
gun in there with the drugs, and I was within 1,000. I was right next to a
The
elementary school.
Yeah.
Everything is
That was
such a business now.
that was
they
a
make
5-year
lot of
minimum,
money
and
off
then-
of it, and they like that.
Adam ruins everything. They talk about that shit.
I
That's
love
crazy.
Adam.
So you were like
everything.
totally surprised that you survived that.
I believe
Yeah, I
all
couldn't
that
believe
shit.
I
You
survived.
couldn't believe it that you were still alive.
Yeah, they said it was 18 feet. I was standing on the railing,
Oh my God, Jason.
standing on it, and just did a swan dive, but not with
That
my
is insane.
hands like out. I was just.
I don't think I could force myself to do that.
I don't know if I could either.
Even if you thought for sure you were gonna die.
No, I couldn't.
I just don't know if I
couldn't
could
force
jump.
myself to
Yeah,
do that. I think
Even if you were gonna
my
go to
survival
prison-
instinct would fucking
I don't know.
prevent me
Even
from
if
doing
your
it.
lawyer had just told you
Like you're gonna go.
that you're gonna go to prison for 24 years.
I don't think I could do that.
I have a thing
What?
called self-preservation that
I was
just
pretty
plus,
much plays
plus
against
he was
that.
like, his mind was all fucked up from coming off of a whole bunch of drugs and stuff.
I couldn't. I don't think I could do that.
His
dude.
brain wasn't.
I don't know if I could say I could do it. I don't
I'd probably still do it if I thought I was gonna go to prison for 24 years.
Really?
My lawyer had just told me that. Yeah, it was like for sure I was gonna go to prison for 24 years, and I was like, I think I'll take my chances in the next dimension. I don't want to fucking like.
No, like I said,
Jail-
dude,
jail-
way to roll the dice,
Stop for
dude.
me.
Way to roll the dice,
I'll
dude.
take my chance.
Jail and prison is such slow time with nothing to do.
I mean, I guess there's...
You like
you
would
know,
go crazy.
There's nothing
Have you ever
after.
really even done a span of jail time?
I've done 5 days the first time I went in, and then that time that was like my 6th or 7th day.
That before they told you were going to prison for 24 years.
The first thing they did is they threw me in the suicide.
Watch.
Yeah, in the watch, where like you don't get any, like you're in there like being watched with a camera the whole time. For 3 days I went in there,
Oh.
and then they let me out.
Man, I got thrown in one of those because I made a bunch of smart-ass comments. They made me wear a blue fucking, like, padded dress thing.
Yeah,
And they
yeah.
wouldn't even give me, you know, underwear.
What?
Like
Yep.
paper
It
hospital
velcros on.
Why?
It velcros on your
Because
shoulders right here.
So like you're hanging
Yeah.
yourself with your clothes and shit. They'll put you in a paper gown.
They put me
Oh
in that,
my
and then they
God.
moved
I
me.
was
paper
drunk
towel.
and feeling
Yeah,
sarcastic.
they moved me out
so,
of there to general population, and then right after they moved me to general population,
That's when you went for it.
yeah. So then my lawyer was like, "Well, we could nail him to the wall because they let you out of suicide watch and do a place where you could hurt yourself."
And like that's what you did.
Yeah, and then I was like,
You're lucky you had a lawyer.
"Yeah,
No public pretender would have fucking tried to make that happen.
yeah." It was a real lawyer.
It was a real lawyer.
That makes a huge difference.
And
Oh my
I know
God.
Natalie got out of
I
5
just-
to 8 fucking for being pregnant.
yeah, and then the other option was, okay, they'll drop all your charges and let you out without suing them. And I had 9 felonies and they dropped them all. And they just let me out on like.
So the moral of the story is, you got 9 felonies.
Roll the dice.
Roll the dice.
didn't mean it to happen that way.
No, but
He wasn't even prepared
No,
for
he
it. Like
rolled
he
the
was like, "Oh
dice.
my God, I'm alive."
So really, you know, like more than 12 people who've told you about me?
oh yeah, easy.
Holy shit, dude! Like more than 20?
I don't know about a lot of people.
That's
More than
fucking.
12. I don't know about more than 20, but I've heard it.
And they're referring to me or
Take it
shit.
off.
Damn,
Who's
dude.
gonna smoke?
Oh.
That's just crazy that I had.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Like the news of that went far and wide. Holy shit.
I guess like if it was in the prisons.
I think most people get like severely messed up or die when they
Yeah,
do it.
Jason, you are like an exceptional case. Like I told you when it happened, I was like, you had angels. I don't know if that's gay that I say that, but like I truly
You got
believe.
fucking Homer Simpson.
Yeah,
is
like
what
you
got.
truly had angels or someone looking out for you. Like that's just like the matter of fact of it all.
Have you ever felt my head
Totally.
right here?
Yes, I can't do it. No.
It's
I
amazing
couldn't
that I
even
even
believe
still
it.
have that my hair
I
grows
know.
back in.
It's amazing that you have like no speech impediment.
It's a massive
No
psychotic,
weird gay
massive
pattern.
collective psychotic.
You are still
flashback
very
of all
quick
the
with, like,
narcotics,
your
pops,
brain
it's
and, like, you
snorted rectally.
Process things
Absorb.
and like.
Mike, have you ever felt my
communicate.
head right here?
I've seen it.
Yeah,
It
that's
was all
crazy.
fucking stapled and
Yeah,
shit.
that's crazy.
It's
I can
amazing.
see-
If you feel it, you'd be amazed that I even have hair growing right here.
That's insane.
That's true. I've seen that shit. That was a mean ass scar.
Insane. Insane.
I've been tempted to shave my head actually lately
Not it.
because, huh? Just because no one ever took a picture when I had
The scar.
the staples and shit. Yeah,
Ugh.
I have
Why would
no
you want to
pic-
remember that?
I have no
Yeah.
pictures of that.
Ugh.
Why would you want to remember
Jason
that?
likes that sort of
Just so I can take a picture of myself, so later on when I grow my hair back in, I can be like, I can show people like that's what I look like without hair. I don't know. I just like to have pictures of.
weird.
If I could, I'd like to have pictures of when I'm the most injured of like a certain injury.
Huh.
No.
I'm gonna be going to bed really soon, just FYI. You guys are welcome to kick it all you want. Kevin's got a room downstairs and shit.
All right, you want us to move the operation?
You don't have to. You can hang out up here.
I mean, like after you go to bed.
I'm just gonna
We're
be
probably
going,
loud as fuck.
I'm just gonna be going.
Yeah, I
to
can't
bed.
imagine how your kids could sleep.
You guys
Once kids are asleep, they're asleep.
Yeah.
smoke weed.
Uh,
Dude, I used to sleep
They're like
next to-
right
in
there.
a room next door to your fucking stereo, dude.
Yeah, but I didn't blast the stereo while you were down there sleeping, did I?
Jason, I didn't do that,
Oh.
did I?
I didn't know. Oh,
Keep in
wow.
mind, I slept during the day. I worked at night, dude.
Oh.
That stereo is still kicking ass, actually, in full swing. I was just
Oh, I bet.
me and Simmons were blasting it a few days ago, and it's still like I hadn't actually used that. I actually got a new stereo, better
Did
than
you?
my dad found a stereo better that could do like 150 watts, and those ones that I had downstairs were 120.
Well, what per channel?
7. It's
Okay, 7 channels, yes, but what wattage? Per
150 versus the
channel?
ones that
150 per watt or per channel?
yeah.
I don't know about that, dude.
Yeah, dude, it's a Denon AVR 3600, I think, and I had a 33, and my dad found it in Goodwill for $60. He called me up and he was like, "There's a 3600 here," and I was like, "Okay," and I went on Google and looked it up, and I was like, "Yeah, I get that for sure. That's better than the stereo I've been using all this time."
Huh.
So that means you
Dude, that's
don't
unreal.
use
Dude,
that
150
stereo
per watt. I don't
sold
know if I
you?
believe that. It'd have to be huge.
It's fucking loud. It's definitely better than the stereos I was using at Spruce.
Huh.
So
just
that
going
means
The
on-
ones that I had at Spruce could do 120. You remember how loud that was? It's only it's
Not
only
per watt, or not per channel.
it's only
Big
30.
music
Yeah, it was
festivals and stuff,
120
they do, like,
by
a million watts.
120 by 5 watts.
Really?
The 33. It's only 30 It's only 30 watts louder than the one I had at Spruce.
Why are you farting so much?
Butt's growling.
Farter.
That's not that much.
So
I mean,
does that mean you're not using that one that you bought from me when I?
yeah. I'm not
away?
using that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, me and Simmons were listening to some stuff that I put together, and it does it for sure louder than the ones that I was using at Spruce, even though those were really loud. That's crazy, dude. You found that at Goodwill, didn't you?
I found it at a pawn shop.
Yeah, pawn shop.
Yeah, it was just like
That's just my old
killing
stereo.
time while I was working, and I was just like, I'm gonna go into some pawn shop.
My old
It's
stereo.
serious.
You find at a pawn shop,
I've never
Dude, it
been
is
in a
old.
and then
shop
very
and
shortly
decided
after that, my
Never.
the one that I had
It's
stopped
like,
working.
Yeah, it's used shit that's worth something.
It was just so convenient. You
People
got me
trade
that,
shit
and then
for
my
like-
dad finds the ones that's even better than the one
I
that.
got ripped off.
Yeah, you're getting ripped off.
Oh yeah, you get maybe half of what it's worth if you're lucky.
Oh wow.
The stereo that my dad found is like it was like a $1,600 stereo, brand new. They gave it
It
to me.
must have been like some estate sale like leftover or something.
Huh.
Like why would someone give that away?
I don't know.
They didn't know what it was. I bet it was an estate sale.
They stole that shit from somebody
Why
else.
would it be a Goodwill?
And then they
I don't know, but it
Yeah,
was.
they stole
It
just
was.
trying to get rid of it.
They're like, this shit is way too hot.
You can
Like,
tell by looking at it
Your
that
dad stole it.
it's better than the stereo that I had, than the 3300.
Huh. Just by the look.
So now
Yeah.
instead of using two stereos, you only got to use one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
you
it's
used to
very
have
loud.
two. Yeah, you used to have two receivers. Fucking.
And your parents don't mind you playing.
Yeah, well, I had
loud?
two receivers because I had
There's a
eight.
sound room in that house.
He
Well, no.
does?
Yeah.
I used to have two receivers because I had 8 speakers, and they only did 5 a channel. So instead of hooking up the center channel, I just did the 2 channels for each stereo. Because if I tried to hook up 8 speakers, 2 speakers a channel on one stereo would just shut it off.
Yeah, because you didn't have the power for it. With one receiver.
Yeah. I could probably get away with doing that now with the one that I have. I just haven't tried it yet. And I've only got 4 speakers.
You got big speakers. 8 speakers? Is that
I
the
had
size?
no, at the time I had 8. Now I only have 4.
Well, if it's only 4, you could probably get away with it.
Yeah. 4 good speakers. I mean,
You have clips, that like everything.
I blew 4 of those speakers out from Spruce. So
Did you get
4 of those
clips?
speakers couldn't take the amount of watt. No, the clips are. I wish I had another pair of those. Those clips are really good speakers.
They are. The horn technology in them is fucking unmatched.
And the rear speakers, those Optimus, are really good speakers too. Those PA speakers.
No, you have good speakers.
I wish I had 2 pairs of each of those.
I don't know much about the newer shit, but
There aren't any speakers anywhere in any. I've
well,
been.
the problem is they don't have like fucking stereo stores anymore. You have to go to like a Best Buy or fucking some bullshit like that.
I've been into the sound rooms in a lot of places. They all have those like 6. They're like. There's no such thing as a 15-inch subwoofer anymore anywhere you can buy. It's like they're all like 12 at the biggest, and
they're fucking down.
the speakers are these teeny little like 6-inch wide at the most tower speakers.
They're fucking garbage.
You have to go to like a PA equipment store to find real speakers. I've been to Best Buy. I've been to like.
Yeah, they don't have real stereo stores anymore.
I know all the speakers are like. These speakers don't look like they could.
People aren't about sound quality. They're about fucking convenience. Like really, like all this like downloaded music and shit. It's all MP3 and shit. It's garbage. It's a condensed version of the real track.
Yeah, it doesn't look like none of the speakers that I've seen look like they can handle.
No,
Like-
they're like people want wireless and this and that. And it's convenience. They're not about quality.
They're not about blasting the stereo.
No, it's about
You
convenience.
can't. You'd have to go to. I'm pretty sure you'd have to go to a PA store buy like equipment
Yeah, I
for
can't think of anywhere
for
that
doing
sells
like
real
live
audio.
You have
shows.
to go online to buy stuff.
Either online or fucking like a PA store.